Hello everyone, welcome back to Meals with Meals on Wheels. Today I'm going to make baked eggs, which is more of a breakfasty sort of item. I really love this recipe since it's fairly easy to make and delicious. I get to use some pretty cool equipment for this dish as well. Let's get cooking! For this recipe, you're going to need a knife, a spatula, a dish to put the baked eggs in. I really like this dish since it is silicone and is very light and easy to use, and a spoon. The last tool that you're going to need for these baked eggs is an oven. I'm going to be using this toaster oven / air fryer. I would consider this another piece of adaptive equipment when I'm cooking because it is essentially a small oven that I can operate easily. As you can see, I can put it anywhere, including my dining room table where I'm cooking, and it has super easy doors to open and close. For this recipe, we're going to turn it on, put it on the air fry setting, 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and for 8 minutes. And I'm going to let that preheat while I prepare the dish. The first few ingredients for making baked eggs are 2 eggs, some olive oil, heavy cream, salt, and pepper. These are the base ingredients for baked eggs. So I use these base ingredients every time I make baked eggs since they are the necessary ingredients. And then after these ingredients, I will add any toppings that I choose, which tend to vary each time I make the dish. A quick note on ingredient substitution: if you don't have or you don't want to use heavy cream and olive oil, you can also use butter in replacement of these 2 ingredients. This time around for the baked eggs, I wanted to create an Italian flavor, so I added some oregano, basil, spinach, shredded Parmesan cheese, tomato sauce, and some chopped onion that I chopped myself. I thought the way that I prepared this onion was pretty cool, so I'm going to show that to you guys. The first thing I have to do to prepare this onion is take off the skin. I'm then going to use my knife to chop the onion into very rough pieces. With my limited hand and arm strength, it is difficult to try to finely chop this onion as it takes more dexterity and time. So after I'm done chopping these into rough pieces, I'm going to use an electric chopper to get it into more smaller, finer pieces. Now that I have the onions roughly chopped, I'm going to go ahead and put it in this chopper and pulse it until the onions are finely chopped. This piece of equipment is really valuable for me in the kitchen because I can use it to chop onions, tomatoes, peppers, really anything that needs to be chopped. All I have to do is put it in here and the machine will do the work for me. Now on to preparing the baked egg. The first thing that I'm going to do is use a drizzle of olive oil to coat the pan. I like to use a spoon to spread the olive oil to make sure all of the dish is being covered. Then I'm going to add in the heavy cream, about 1 tablespoon, and then crack the eggs into the dish. I did get a tiny piece of eggshell into the container, but luckily it's an easy fix and it was no big deal. Then I'll add some salt and pepper, and the rest of the toppings that I chose. The order in which you add the toppings doesn't really matter because it'll all bake together in the end. Once all the toppings are on, it is ready to go into the oven. Once the oven is preheated, I use my handy dandy spatula to transfer the dish from the table into the oven. After 8 minutes, it looked like it was ready to come out. And look at that, I cannot wait to try it. Alright, and first bite. It is a success. I think that I added just the right amount of seasoning, the eggs are perfectly cooked, and overall it's really good. I hope that you guys enjoyed this second part of Meals with Meals on Wheels. I had a really fun time making and eating these baked eggs. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.